video is sponsored by Squarespace. More on them in a bit. It quickly became one of the rainiest, most gloomy days here in the city, and I figured instead of fighting it and kind of getting blue about it, I'm just gonna lean into the rainy goodness. So I'm looking around today at my apartment thinking, like, what are some cozy things I can do today indoors that will make me feel rejuvenated and refreshed and not down like the downpour that is happening outside right now. Momentary pause for some hand cream break. I don't want to tackle this sideboard area. I feel like doing a little light organizing is a really great way to still feel like I'm having a productive day, even though I don't feel super energized to have a productive day. In general, I like to keep my organization projects smaller so that they're just easier to tackle rather than doing huge spaces at once. So I feel like doing the sideboard, maybe just these even two cupboards here, is a very manageable task for the day. I'll show you what's inside. It's not good. It's one of my shameful areas. I've got gaming consoles and stuffies. Don't really know much of what's going on here. I've got pumpkin decor for the fall, which actually is appropriate to be in here. Essential oils, some of which I need to get rid of. Don't know what's happening here. Oh, I think this is a lot of the controllers and stuff for the gaming consoles. There you have it. This is the before. Also up above is a spot where I have extra pillow covers. I think I want to keep the focus here today. My little remote controlled BB-8. I forgot about this guy. Oh, I forgot about these too. I feel like this is a very spring piece of decor. These right here are pencil sharpeners that actually belonged to my mom as a kid. I used to have them in my office, but I wanted to move them, but I want them on display because they're very cute pieces. I don't think this is the best use of a basket, just to have a ceramic pumpkin in it. A case I have for my Switch, but I feel like instead of just having this as empty space, I'm gonna actually put my Switch controllers in here. Oh my gosh, cords. I need to get some cable ties. Oops. Now the controllers are in there. What are all you? What do you do? Is this an HDMI cable? It is! Who knew? I sure didn't. Okay, wait a second. Maybe I will be able to use this random piece of string to tie this together. Look at that, a DIY cable tie. Oh, this is for the controller. The cords are cording. This one needs a tie. Please hold. I will never get over these things. You can never have too many of them around. This one honestly could probably use two, but we'll get away with one. This is the tech basket. Controllers, DVDs, video games, case, TV cords, all in a cozy basket. Let's just put the pumpkins in here. This would go down here. I also have this basket filled with manuals, photo albums, a dream decoder card set here. And there is the after. It's definitely not perfect, but it's so much better than what it was. I was able to declutter some things and just group like things together. I've got my random stuffies here, my video game equipment, gaming systems, the pumpkins, photo album, BB-8, and then the basket containing photo albums, dream decoder, manuals. Although there's not much more that can fit in here, I am pretty happy with it right now. Eventually this photo album will go somewhere else once it's actually completed. There's nothing inside of it right now. I'll have to figure out something to do with the stuffies too. But today, that is an accomplishment. 20 minutes well spent. I'm sure you can tell because I have the window open right now, but it is pouring once again and there's thunder happening. It might come in throughout this clip. I feel like this is the best time to do a little meditation session because I feel like doing anything quiet, like reading or meditating when it's raining, allows you to have like that ambiance of rainfall, which you can use a white noise machine for, or you can use nature for, as I am right now. I love using Insight Timer, and I've also recently loved using Calm for meditation app. I cue this up.
Rest your hands gently in your lap. Now gently place one hand over your heart.
say that was scrumptious. The rain has lessened up a bit at this point, so I feel like I timed that perfectly. Maybe let me close this window though. That organization project kind of made me want to do another little project, but this one on my phone. A video 2 weeks ago where I talked about small habits that I feel like have big impact on my life. I talked about how focuses are really something that I love, and having them automatically turn on and off on my phone, which basically is an automatic do not disturb mode where I control what notifications come in and what my home screen looks like for different modes. So when I'm working, I can have a different home screen than when I'm just leisuring. I really want to update my work focus, the home screen for it, so I figured that'd be something really easy to do right now. So I'm gonna go into my work focus and edit this home screen. I really like the calendar at the top, but some of these apps I want to rethink. Like for one, I want to put all the social apps into a folder. Posting. I'm actually gonna add a lot of these photo and video editing apps into a folder as well and call it editing. And I think that's really it. That's what my home screen will now look like when I'm working. Normally, I wouldn't suggest having social media apps on your work home screen, but because my work is in social media during the working hours, I actually do sometimes need to hop on there for posting purposes. Although I'll be real, I do sometimes find myself on TikTok or Instagram when I shouldn't be. But I think having it in a folder will hopefully make me pause before going into those apps and ask myself, like, am I going in there for the right reasons? In general, I like to frequently rearrange the apps on my phone at all points, especially where the social media apps live on my phone, whether it's during the workday or not, because I find your muscle memory builds with where to find TikTok or Instagram or Twitter. And there will be times where I'm on Twitter and I'm like, how did I get here? I subconsciously moved my fingers and now I'm here in a distraction rich zone. So whenever I feel like I'm automatically able to get into those apps without thinking too much, I like to rearrange them on my phone so that I have to hunt them down again. That muscle memory is crazy. I feel very accomplished today despite the fact I feel like doing nothing. I just want to lay down and enjoy this day. Before we continue with the self-care goodness, we need to have a quick little chat about Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that has made starting, designing, and updating a site of my own so easy. The internet is filled with opportunities for you to create a career on your own terms, build a loyal following, and or find like-minded people that also share your passion for DIY face masks or latte art. Creating a blog of your own can be a great starting point for your online journey. Squarespace helps make starting as pain-free as possible by offering a wide selection of gorgeous templates to choose from that can help make your website look clean and professional. After choosing your template, you then are free to customize things even further by changing each template's fonts, colors, page layouts, and more. I especially love how easy it is for me to navigate from page to page on my website so I can make updates quickly. Curious to give Squarespace a try for yourself? I don't blame you. You can check out squarespace.com today for a free trial and use the URL squarespace.com/Caitlin's Corner to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain when you're ready to launch. Look what I just did. There's coffee creamer all over my floor. I haven't done a paint by numbers since I was a kid. This is a tropical plants version, so I have to figure out which one I want to do. Ooh. To be honest, I really want to be on my couch and reading, but I'm challenging myself to explore different things this year, and that includes hobbies, or in this case, leisure activities. And as I kind of hinted at, I haven't done one of these in ages. I think I'm gonna pop on a podcast and just kind of fall into it. How was the one supposed to open this? Hello? First one going down. Officially did number 1, which only took about, I would say, maybe 12 minutes to do, so I'm gonna keep pushing forward. On to number 2, which I think 2 will probably be one of the last ones that takes a longer time, because there's quite a bit of 2s happening. me, I would say maybe 45 minutes. And look at that. I think that looks pretty good, to be quite honest. I wasn't expecting it to look so good. I think the further away you look at it, the better it is. Obviously, if you start getting really close, I think some of the finer details are questionable. Very relaxing. I just ended up putting on my rainy day playlist on Spotify. I'll have it linked down below. I was just vibing out. And I really enjoyed that. So maybe I'm inspired to try out more paint by numbers. I kind of also want to try exploring, and this might be something I do in the fall as we approach winter in 2023, which is scary to be talking about because I should just be focusing on spring right now. But I kind of want to get into maybe crocheting or knitting, something like that, because I feel like that's a really easy activity to do when you are doing things like watching TV. It's a way to kind of BOGO relaxation, buy one, get one. Just need to let this dry and that will be the conclusion of my masterpiece. Take this as your sign to buy a paint by numbers. It's fun even if you are 26. Actually, I take that sarcasm back. 26, 36, 46, 56, 66, 96, it doesn't matter. We all have the opportunity to have some fun, tap into the inner child. Cleanup wasn't bad either. Look at that. It really does look great from this distance. Let that dry, and then I'm going in with moisturizer. And there we go, skincare is done for the evening. I'm curious, are you someone who does your skincare, your night routine right before you go to sleep or a few hours before? I always like doing it a couple hours at least before, because then it allows me to just wind down for the night, and if I end up accidentally passing out early, then I'm fine. Okay. Got some mood lighting going on over here, but just because you're here, I'll brighten things up a bit. Just for you. Oh, I don't like that. That's a little harsh. There we go. While I was doing a little tidy in the kitchen, I put some homemade cookies I had frozen in the freezer, obviously. But these ones are a bit special because they don't just have chocolate chips in them. I also added super mini eggs. They're mini eggs, but even minier. Mini? I don't know what they're called. When Easter chocolate is on sale, you just gotta pounce and anything becomes eligible to be entered into a cookie. That's all I gotta say about that. I feel like the rainy day vibes end once night begins, but I'm gonna conclude this rainy day night with a little watch of Scandal, and then I'm also gonna have a little reading sesh with the Kindle. I'm trying to look on my Kindle to see if there's any books that I would highly recommend. But I don't think I've read anything truly groundbreaking. I don't know if I ever told you about this one though. I read it probably when it first came out earlier in the year, but The Right Move by Liz Tomford. Ryan is definitely the book boyfriend of the year for 2023. As far as a rainy day goes, I was very happy, very pleased with the events of today. I was productive, I relaxed, I did something new. As someone who I feel like lets the weather dictate my mood probably a little bit too much, it has a little bit too much control over me. I feel like this video should serve as a reminder to a future me that just because things are going down out there doesn't mean the emotions have to go down here. Those are the cookies. Best go get them so they don't burn. It smells so good in here. Not to brag. Yeah, I'm feeling very inspired by myself. Little changes, little things that you do can have such a big impact on your day. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring today's video. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out that link in the description box below to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. It's good stuff. What can I say? Question of the week should come as no surprise. I want to know, what is your go-to rainy day activity? You wake up in the morning, see it's rainy, and you ... fill in the blank. My rainy day playlist is usually one of those things that I always have to put on once the weather strikes, because there's nothing like listening to gloomy music with gloom happening outdoors. I'd love to sit and chat, but there are cookies calling my name, so toodles. Time to leave, okay? Where are my slippers?
It's raining, I'm shining, still storming. Ain't love that feels so foreign, but ain't it? Come for me. I should have something to lose, huh? Searching the fields, looking for moves, huh? I shed tears and pay hella dues, huh? Saw the options, one much to choose from.